Hi and welcome to the weekly forecast for March the 13th through to the 19th. This week I thought I would come in and do a video for you guys, and as well as you'll get a little bit of a written format for this week's weekly forecast. So yesterday we had a full moon, and what occurs, and as you're well aware, we've had a lot of moon action happening this month between new moons, eclipses, solar eclipses, now full moon. There's been a really big play out in the moons, and what the moon does, depending on where it is in its cycle, it allows us to be able to go in and have a look at certain emotions, things that we may suppress and bury down deep. And the moon, what it does is it brings those things to the surface, as they're giving us an opportunity to be able to go in and ask ourselves, is there something that requires healing? Do you need to gain a new level of perception or gain another level of understanding around that, which also falls back into a level of healing as well. But the full moon of what it's going to occur this time is that there's going to be this level of sensitivity, which cracks me up, because the first card that I pulled for this week was empowerment, which is all about vulnerability, which I'll get back to in just a second. But there's going to bring up a level of sensitivity for you people. And that's okay, because this kind of sensitivity this time around is really coming from a place of finally knowing that you can actually achieve your dreams. This month is going to all be around knowing that you can attain and achieve anything that you've ever desired and wanted before. The thing that it's going to be the deciding factor as to, in a month's time, if you've actually achieved it, is going to be the action that accompanies that thought process. For the last couple of weeks, there would have been this real gentle voice that's would have come in, and it's been saying to you that you can actually achieve whatever it is that you want. And for some people, they discount that because they think, oh, it's my own voice, it mustn't be right, it's just me daydreaming, and that's okay, and allows doubt to come in. Now what's occurring is there is this beautiful soft energy that's emerging as well to accompany that quiet voice that's saying, you know what, you've got this. You can achieve anything that you want to do. Get on with it. Map it out. Plan it out. See what it is that you want to do. Put all down all the tiny little steps of what it will take for you to be able to achieve it, and then get on with doing it. Create actionable steps that you are doing every single day so that you're working towards your dreams, because, there's that saying, your dreams don't work unless you do. People will sit there and we, talk about manifesting, but there's a very big part of manifesting and making things come to fruition is the action and intention that you set to make sure that you hit that target. And the great thing about writing out your little list and, going through your little tiny steps is that you get to mark it off. And what that does is, again, that then creates a new belief that lets you know that you are working towards your dreams. And as you cross off on that little list those things that you're working towards, that's one little step in the direction of going how you want it to be. So there's a real motivation pull through having the list as well. It's not just there to, some people, when they write a list, they will overwhelm themselves and have this list, a mile long. For some people, that really propels them, but for other people, that really depletes them. So start off with 3 or 4 things on your list per day. And as you work through them, if you've got through those 3, then create another 3 more and just work through them step by step. But first, you want to have yourself a really great master plan. So going back to this week's forecast, the cards that were pulled, the first one is empowerment, the second was hope, and the third was stop. Now, with this card of empowerment, it says, allow yourself to feel vulnerable, which will encompass empowerment. When we have, as I mentioned, there's going to be a level of sensitivity. For this month, or even especially this week, you may even feel tears come to the surface. Now, for some people, they feel it disempowering to allow themselves to connect into that element of themselves where those tears reside. Those tears are coming from a very different place these times. They're not tears of sadness. They are tears of joy, because you are actually listening and allowing yourself to feel that dream coming into reality. And so therefore those tears of joy are coming to the surface as a way in which to be able to wash away the old. And there's that new level of self-belief and that strength and that courage and that determination and motivation. It's almost like a mud pool, and it's just simmering away, and the bubbles are getting bigger and bigger and bigger as this, determination, motivation, courage and strength and all of those really cool aspects and resources within yourself are really coming to the surface. And so therefore these tears that you may experience this week, they're tears of joy, because it's allowing you to know that, for a long time you've probably been thinking about lots of dreams, and maybe some have not all come to fruition, or maybe some may not have come at all. What this new level of tears is that because of you connecting in with these amazing resources within you, it's really allowing you to know that you can go out there and get whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve. So that level of sensitivity, it means that, especially if you are a woman that works more predominantly from a masculine side, sometimes you can find those tears to be a sign of weakness. Give yourself permission to just be okay that they are just simply tears, and not put any labels on them in any way, shape or form. If they come up, allow them to be expressed. Don't put limitations on how you should be able to express this level of vulnerability. Know that in order to be able to allow those tears to just gently flow through, it takes a lot of courage to give yourself that place to do that, to be able to, sit in that space and know that you can actually achieve those dreams. It can be really quite overwhelming for some people. So be really, really gentle. So that's the energy for Monday and Tuesday. By Wednesday through to Friday, there will be a beautiful shift that brings in the energy of hope. And what hope does is that sometimes when you're working towards a dream, can get to a little place where we can feel a little bit disheartened. And hope is one of those beautiful resources within us that enables you to keep going, to not quit, to not give up on yourself, to be able to sit back and just take a moment just to reflect and look over and see the things that you need to do to keep going. It's that aspect, and it says in here, stars shine so bright because they highlight your willpower and determination to reach your goals. Hope aligns with faith and belief in yourself. To me, this is the card that you go and sit out outside at the end of the day, and it is actually my evening ritual. I sit out at the end of the day, doesn't matter what time of day it is, with a cuppa and go and sit out underneath the stars. It's like that element to just be able to connect in with yourself and be able to just really give yourself permission to just feel what's going on in your world, connecting in with yourself and having that little conversation that you have with yourself that's telling yourself that you can do it. It's connecting in with that element and that resource within yourself that it's like that little place that just is shining so bright, almost like a star, and is shining the light on places that sometimes can feel like there's a little bit of darkness. Because when you're working towards your dreams, you have these little elements where, you have these peaks and you're just rocking it and you're feeling awesome and everything is falling into place. And then there's times that, it starts to come down. And it's through these times that as they start to come down, as you bring in this element of hope, so that it's enough energy and motivation to be able to connect back in and take yourself back up to the next peak and to continue going. So that will be the energy that brings you through till Friday. And on the weekend, there will be a key point that will bring you in to be able to stop. Now, what happens in most people's cause when they are going after their dreams is that some dreams are going to be short-term, so they're going to be easily achievable. Others are going to require a little bit more longer length of time. When this card presents itself on the weekend, it's about stop, and it says rest and relaxation is required for you right now. Rest and balance as you go along, being able to achieve your dreams is imperative. A lot of people see that rest is only important when you've burnt yourself out. I really want you guys to focus on being able to have a really nice equilibrium and a balance between energy output and energy that you give back to yourself. The key point here with this rest and relaxation is that permission to give back to yourself, to nurture yourself and give yourself what you want. When we give ourselves that element to be able to become quiet and rest, we're not only just rejuvenating ourselves, but sometimes we're giving things the chance and the opportunity to align. So, because you know, you've done all this hard work from Monday through to Friday, sometimes you've just got to be able to sit back and just be able to enjoy this moment and give yourself whatever it is that you need. So my suggestion would be, like on a Saturday morning, just simply go in and ask that question of, what is it do I need? And then give yourself that. It could be, you know, you want to go and have a bath, you want to go and hang out with friends, you want to go out and do some exercise. Or for some people, they may just want to curl up with a book and just, you know, just not shut down, but just go in and be a little bit more quiet and give themselves that space to just be with themselves. So it's equally as important to be able to have this nice balance of rest and relaxation, because it is going to rejuvenate you. It's going to keep your energy levels being always filled, so that you can continue to go along the journey of achieving your dreams. Because this month, people, you really are going to be able to have everything that you ever dreamed of. You are going to need to do the action, so that requires energy output. So it's really important to have a really nice equal balance between giving everything that you've got to chasing your dreams, to also making sure that your dreams can't happen without you. So you need to take really good care of yourself. So be mindful of your nutrition, your exercise, water, especially water, because when we're chasing our dreams, we're consuming a great deal of energy. The human body is made up of over 80% of water, so we need water to be able to continually flush and refuel ourselves within our physical structure. And sleep. You know, you need to have all of those elements that keep you going so you can keep chasing your dreams. So I really hope that this is going to share some insight and give you some key pointers on how to be able to work through things. Feel free, if you feel that this is something that will resonate with someone else, to just share it or tag someone. Would be really wicked. So have an amazing week. And yeah, much love to you all. Take care.